Hello, everybody. So with this video, you'll get to see some problems that would be on the test, like the ones on the test. You can kind of think of this as a mini study guide. So objective 1 is graphing with a table of values. So let's start by making our table. And on the test, I will give you the X values that I would like you to use. So let's pick -2, 0, 2, and 4. Why did I count by 2's? Well, it's easier when you have the 2 in the denominator to multiply by a multiple of 2. So you get an integer answer. So -1/2 times -2 is 1, plus 5 is 6. -1/2 times 0 is 0, plus 5 is 5. -1/2 times 2 is -1, plus 5 is 4. And -1/2 times 4 is -2, plus 5 is is positive 3. So let's graph those. So we have -2, positive 6. We have 0, 5, 2, 4, and 4, 1, 2, whoops, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then you'll know that you did it right because they're all in a straight line. So objective 2 is to find X and Y intercepts and then graph. So remember, to find an X-intercept, you set Y equal to 0. So you have 5X minus 4 times 0 equals -20. That gives you 5X equals -20. Divide both sides by 5. X equals -4. So then the X-intercept is -4, 0. So we'll graph that point. And then to get the Y-intercept, set X equal to 0. So you get 5 times 0 minus 4Y equals -20. So that's 0 minus 4Y equals -20. Divide by -4, Y equals 5. So then the ordered pair is 0, 5. So there's 2 points on the line, and then we can connect those with a line. And of course, you'll use a ruler or straight edge on the test to make your line straight. Now also, objective 2 includes a word problem. So if I give you an equation like Y equals 140 minus 10X that models reading a book, X is the number of days, Y is the pages you have left in the book. Find the X and Y intercepts and interpret the meanings and then graph. So for the X-intercept, again, we're going to set Y equal to 0. So we have 0 equals 140 minus 10X. So minus 140 to both sides. -140 equals -10 times X. We're going to divide both sides by -10. And X equals 14. So the ordered pair is 14, 0. So what the heck does that mean? So 14 is X. X is days. So after 14 days, you have 0 pages left. And then the Y-intercept running out of room. I'm going to do it up here. So the y-intercept is when x equals 0. So you have y equals 140 minus 10 times 0. So that gives you y equals 140. So it's 0, comma 140. So what the heck does that mean? So again, 0's x, 140 is y, x is days. So after 0 days, you have 140 pages left. Or the book is 140 pages long, and it takes 14 days to read it. Okay? Now to graph, so we have the x-intercept is 14, 0. So I would just count by, I don't know, 2's. And then 0, 140, so you can count by 20's. And then x is days, and then this is pages. And then there's the graph. So and you can see that the more days that go by, the less pages that you have left. Now, objective 3 is thrown out, so we're going to go to objective 4. Find the slope given the graph. So you pick a point that's easy to spot on the graph. And I've kind of labeled those for you. They're at the crisscrosses, right? And then you go to another point using only vertical change and horizontal change. So here we have the rise. So I'm starting from this left point. We rose -2, and we ran 4. So down 2, right 4 is a slope of -0.5. You could have started with a right point and gone up first, so the rise would be 2, and then the run is left, so that would be -4, which simplifies to -1/2 as well. So that means for every 1 unit you go down, you go to the right 2 units. And now this bottom graph, I'll just start at this point. And we want to get to the next one by moving up and over. So up 4, right 1. So the slope is 4/1. If you started at the top point, you went down 4 and then left 1. -4 over -1 is still 4/1, or just 4. Whoops. And then objective 5, given 2 ordered pairs, calculate the slope. So we know the formula, m is slope, equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we have 7 minus 5 over 1 minus -3. And that's 2/4, which simplifies to 1/2. And then the other example, so y2, here, let's label these x1, x1, y1, x2, y2. So -4 minus -1 over 4 minus -2. So -4 plus 1 is -3, 4 plus 2 is 6, and that simplifies to -1/2. And you could also graph those on graph paper and use the triangle method to check your work. And then let's just review horizontal versus vertical lines. So horizontal lines, the rise is 0, so, and then the run is some number, so have slope equal to 0. And vertical lines verticals up and down, horizontals left and right. Vertical lines have undefined slope. Because the run, there's no left and right movement. So the run is 0, and you can't divide by 0. So your test will be tomorrow. And then please complete the review on quizzes.